Alright, for the sake of time and because Eunice asked me for help, I will actually help her. Um, we're going to talk about what some of these words mean, right? So I think you guys were looking at question number 22, or was it 21? Maybe it was 20, no, 22, 21. 21, where you ask the question, well, how do you find the answer to that? I'm not going to tell you. Instead, we're going to talk about what some of the words mean. So the key word in here is the word average. So what is an average? Well, an average is when you take the sum of numbers, then divide by the total number of things you added. Alright, so let's take an example. If I were to have, for example, 4, 7, 12, and 5. Alright, so that's 4 numbers altogether. The average would be 4 plus 7 plus 12 plus 5 all over 1 number, 2 number, 3 number, 4 number, 4. So that's 12, 24, 28. 28 divided by 4. So the average in this case equals to 7. Now, this is really enough to help you figure out number 20, 21, but I'm just going to go ahead and do another small example. So let's say, for instance, you you earn $10, $12, and $14, right, in 1 week, and 3 weeks of doing something. And you earned X dollars last week. Now, to find the average, what would you do? Well, you just take these 4 numbers and then you divide it by what? You divide it by 4. And this is the average. Now, what if I said that you needed to find a number such that when you get the average, you're going to get an average of 10. Well, this looks like a very simple equation for us to solve. In fact, the equation, once you take all of this and redo it, would be, if I did 7 plus 12 plus 14 is 22, 32, 36. 36. So that's 36 plus x over 4 has to equal to the number 10, because all the numbers added together plus this last number divided by the number 4 is going to equal to the number 10. So that 10 is going to have to be my average. Alright, well, how do you solve for x? Well, first you multiply both sides by 4, and that gives you 36 plus x equals to 40. Alright, so what number plus x equals to 40? Subtract 36 on both sides, and you get x equals to 4. And so let's double check that. So if I were to take the numbers 10, 12, 14, and 4, and add them together and find the average, is my average going to be 10? We'll check it. So 10 plus 12 plus 14 plus 4 equals to 40. 40 divided by 4 equals to 10, which is the average I was looking for. So there you have it. You should be able to do this question pretty easily. Another question I know I was asked about was number 50, which had something to do with parallel lines, perpendicular lines, and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the browser and pull up a browser. I'm just going to pull out something that you can like this. My browser. how I would plot all of my points, right? Now, if I were to try to find, let's have a line here. Let's say I have a line y equals to 2x plus 1, all right? So my y-intercept equals to 1, and my slope equals to 2 over 1, which is 2 up and 1 right. All right. So I started from point 1. I have my point at 1. And then I'm going to follow my slope 2 up, 1 right, 2 up, 1 right, 2 up, 1 right. All right. And then when I plot this line together, if I plot this line together, then I get this nice line right here. As accurately drawn as I can on the board. All right. So let's talk about parallel and perpendicular. When are lines parallel? Well, lines are parallel when they never cross, right? So we can extend our knowledge of lines being parallel by talking about the slope. Lines are parallel when slopes are equal. All right. So in this case, if my slope is 2, m equals to 2, then my parallel slope is also going to be equal to 2. All right. Well, perpendicular then. Well, lines are perpendicular, for instance, when they make a 90-degree angle, and they're only perpendicular. They're only perpendicular when the slopes are the negative reciprocals of the slope. So in this case, 1 and over 2. If I were to have a perpendicular slope, I would actually draw this line here. I would draw this line here. Fairly accurate. This would be a perpendicular line through this point. So lines are perpendicular when slopes are negative reciprocals. So I already know that my slope, my original slope, equals to 2. So my perpendicular slope has to equal to the negative of 2, which is negative, which is positive. And the reciprocal of 2 over 1, which is 1 over 2. So my negative reciprocal in this case is going to be negative 1/2, right? And that's the most simple and easy response that you can probably get from this. Just remember these two things. Slopes are parallel when the slopes are equal, or lines are parallel when the lines have the equal slopes. And lines are perpendicular when their slopes are the negative reciprocals of each other. There you have it. All right. I hope you don't have any more questions, because if you do, you email me and let me know, ako@sandy.net, and I'll talk to you later.